Hello guys, I gave an interview in a company called Emphasis and the interview date was the April 26, 2025. So they asked me how many frameworks you have used in your PHP code, and also they asked me what is the MVC. So I said the MVC, that is a model view controller, is a design pattern that separate an application into three components. Model view controller. Model manages data and database logic. View handles UI and display data. Controller manages request and business logic. So explain each component of MVC with an example. So model handle database. Let's have you have user.php fetch users from database. View display data, that is users.php show user list. Controller manage logic. User controller.php calls model and sends data to the view. So how does MVC work in PHP? So user request a URL, that is slash users. Router direct request to the controller, user controller index. Controller calls model user double colon get users. Model fetches data from the database. Controller sends data to the view users.php and view display the data. So summary, model is data, view is display and controller is logic. Third question, they ask me how do you interact MVC with each other? Okay, so this would be the same question as the second question. So next question they asked me, constant variable in one class and want in another class, how to access it. So suppose you have a class A with a constant class A public constant my constant equal to hello words. Now in class B you want to use it. So class B public function show constant and echo class double colon my constant. So create object and call the method. Object is equal to new class B and object is equal to show constant. So const is used to define constant inside classes in PHP. You can access constants using the class name double colon constant name. Another question they asked me, how do we define constant variable in PHP? So constants are a powerful tool in PHP to define fixed values and remain consistent throughout your script. So constants are defined using the define function or the const function. So define function can be used to define constants at runtime, whereas const is evaluated at the compile time. In PHP, constants are identifier or names for simple values that cannot be changed once they are defined. They are often used to store fixed values that remain the same throughout the execution of the script, such as configurations values. So key characteristics of constants. Immutable. Once defined, the value of a constant cannot be changed or undefined. Global scope. Constants are automatically global and can be accessed anywhere in the script. Case sensitive. Constants are case sensitive by default but can be defined as case insensitive. Defined constant. Constants are defined using the define function or the const function. So syntax, define and in the bracket string name mixed value bool case sensitive equal to false. So define site name my website echo site name output will be my website. So this is case insensitive in PHP 8.00. So define greeting hello words true echo greeting output hello words. So using constant const introduced in PHP 5.3, const can be used to define constants but only with the scalar values, that is a string, numbers and boolean. So constant name equal to value. Example, let's have you have a constant site URL example.com, then echo site URL example.com, this will be the output. difference between the define and const. Okay, so in PHP 4 and in PHP 5, so define global scope only, and in the case of constant can be defined in a class or function. So any string numbers arrays as etc could be defined, and only scalar value in the case of the const. Case insensitive options defined, and the const is always case sensitive. So can be used dynamically in the case of the defined, and must be used in simple time in the case compile time in the case of the const. So access constants are accessible anywhere in the script. Okay. So next question they asked me, what are the magic constants? So magic constants are like the double underscore line, which will show the current line number in the file full path and file name of the file, dir directory of the file, functions function name, class name, trait name, class method name, namespace current namespace. Another question they asked me, you have a two array 1 to 5 and another array 6 to 9, and you are using the merge array merge function. So what would be the output if you will print r? So the output will be key value like 0 1 1 2 2 3 up to 8 9. If you use the array combined, if you have array 1 1 to 5, array 2 6 to 9, and then you are using the print r combined, so it will throw an error. Argument key and argument 2 must have the same number of elements. Okay, so array 1 and array 2, these both elements should be the same number of elements. The function array combined array require that both array must have the same number of the elements, so that it become keygen value in the case of combine. Okay. Another question they ask me, give millions of record. If I know which record I want, how can I fetch in the most optimized way? So suppose you have one ID 1 2 3 4 5 6. So select star from table name where ID is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6. Why it's fast? If ID is primary key or has an index, the database can directly jump to the record. No full scan, no sorting, only one quick lookup. Tip: use index column in where index make look o log n very fast. Fetch only needed column if possible. Reduce data transfer. Limit one if only one record. Helps database know you need only one or if you only want some fields. So select name email from table name where ID is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6, limit 1. So bonus tip, if the fields you are searching on is not indexed, create an index to speed it up. Create index IDX email on table name email. So final summary situation, most optimized way, fetch uh, specific records by non-value. Select star from table where index ID equal to index value and limit 1. No index exists, create index first then fetch. Okay. How many primary key in one table? So in one table you can have only one primary key. Another question they ask me, console.log and console.error. So console.log print normal output to the browser's console, used for general debugging and information. So console.log, this is a normal log page, so output will be this is a normal log page. Prints an error message to the console. Message usually appear in the red color. Help in debugging errors or exceptional case. Console.error. This is the error message in the case of the console.error. So output. This is an error message shown in the red with a small cross or symbol depending on the browser. So quick comparison. Feature console.log and console.error. So in the case of console.log, general output. In the case of console.error, error output. Okay. And in the case of console.log, it will show in the console. And in the case of console.error, normal black / white red. So these are used for the debugging information, status message, error handling and exceptional. Another question they asked me, what is the difference between interface and abstraction? So interface and abstraction. So if we don't know anything about implementation, just we have requirements, specification, then we should go for the interface. If we are talking about implementation but not completely partial implementation, then we should go for the abstract class. Inside interface, every method is always public and abstract, whether we are declaring it or not. Hence, interface is also considered as 100% pure abstract class. In the case of abstract class, every method present in the abstract class need not to be public and abstract. In addition to abstract method, we can take concrete methods also. Third, we can't declare interface method with the following modifier: public, private, protected, abstract, final, static, synchronized, native, strict, FP. In the case of abstract class, we can declare abstract method, no restrictions on the abstract class method modifiers. Every variables present inside interface is always public, static and final, whether we are declaring or not. The variable present inside the abstract class need not to be public, static or final. We can't declare interface variables with the following modifiers: private, protected, transit and volatile. In the case of the abstract class, there are no restriction on abstract class variables modifier. For interface variable, compulsory we should perform initialization at the time of declaration, otherwise we'll get compile time error. For abstract class variable, it is not required to perform initialization at the time of declaration. Inside interface, we can't declare instance and static blocks, otherwise we'll get compile time error. In the case of the abstract class, inside abstract class, we can declare instance and static blocks. Inside interface, we can't declare constructor. Inside abstract class, we can declare constructor, which will be executed at the time of the child object creation. Note 1. Since Java 8 interface can have default and static method also. Note 2. Abstract class can have final, non-final, static and non-static variables. Note 3. Serialization implementation is possible in interface using maker interface. So these were the questions asked by the emphasis, and the interview date was the April 26, 2025. So I will share more interview question. Till then, bye.